Good day to you all. Pleasure to be with you. This weekend, the focus is on the cup, on the chalice. The Eucharist, when we speak about the Eucharist, we usually emphasize the bread symbolized by the ciborium, not so much on the blood symbolized by the cup or the chalice. But this weekend, the cup takes precedence, and it is equally important. Jesus asked his disciples in Mark 10:37, "Can you drink the cup that I drink?" Kind of an odd question to ask given the context. What on earth is he talking about? What is this cup thing about? Well, in the Old Testament, the cup is a metaphor of our fate. Given our circumstances, what you do or what you say, usually the negative things, drinking the cup symbolizes what will happen to you. You drive at 200 kilometers per hour on the highway, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to drink the cup. You abuse drugs, you get in trouble. You got to drink the cup. That is your faith. As we often say, you do the crime, well, you have to do the time. Now, in a religious sense, the cup refers to God's wrath and judgment. Sin has its consequences too. You have to drink the cup. You have to face God's judgment. And this refers to a multiplicity of things. It can refer to heinous crimes, adultery, careless words, dishonoring thoughts, lies. All of it will be punished by God. In Isaiah 51:17, it says, O Jerusalem, you who have drunk from the Lord the cup of his wrath, who have drunk to the dregs the bowl, the cup of staggering. So Jerusalem is symbolic of the condemnation of all of Israel, and Jerusalem is pictured as drinking of the cup. And in Revelations 14, we are warned in highly metaphorical language, if anyone worships the beast and its image and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he also will drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger. Verses 9 to 10. So the cup is portrayed as a symbol of God's punishment of those who have sinned. Sin has its consequences. In the New Testament, the symbol of the cup takes on even greater significance. In Matthew 26:39, just before his passion, we have Jesus mentioning, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." And in today's gospel reading, he asked James and John, the sons of Zebedee, "Can you drink of the cup that I must drink?" when they asked for special places in the coming kingdom. So the question is, why did Jesus have to drink the cup? He did not sin. In actual fact, he was paying the consequences of our sin. He drank the cup that we were supposed to drink. And the consequences of sin is death. It is destruction and separation from God. But Jesus, through his suffering and death, has mitigated those consequences. He drank the cup for us. As the second reading says, today, Jesus is the eternal high priest. The sons of Zebedee, of course, could not do this for us. They did not have the credentials for the job. But Jesus is the eternal high priest who made that sacrifice for us. And this is why the priest, acting on behalf of Christ, drinks of the cup at Mass. And that is the significance of the ringing of the various bells. There are four moments in the Mass that are very important: the consecration, the two elevations of the host and the blood, and of course the drinking of the cup. And we should all feel a sense of relief and gratefulness when that cup is drunk, because the consequences of sin have been expiated. You go to court to be sentenced for your crime, and the judge tells you, it's okay, you can go free. You don't have to pay anything. That is the significance of Christ drinking the cup for us. But there's another element of the cup that is also very important. The cup not only represents the forgiveness of sin, it is also a cup of fellowship. The sharing of the cup is an invitation to share in his suffering. And our Christian journey, we know, will involve pain and suffering. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says, "We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed." So through sharing the cup, we gain fellowship with Christ and with each other as well, since we are also invited to share each other's burdens. So next time something bad happens in your life and you ask the question, "Lord, why me?" Well, the cup is the answer. It is because he has given you a share in his suffering. He has invited you to drink of the cup with him as well. And it answers that question for us. We are invited to share the suffering of Christ. You share in his passion. And through your suffering, you come to know Christ even better. And your faith is deepened. It almost sounds weird to say this, but it is like suffering has become a privilege for us, because we are sharing in the cup. We are sharing in the suffering of Christ. So this whole cup thing takes on a new twist, and it gives new meaning to our own personal pain and sufferings. It makes our suffering meaningful, and it helps us to minister to others, because I will tell you this, suffering makes you compassionate. So my dear friends, let us offer up our personal pains and sufferings to God. We are sharing in the cup, we are sharing in his passion, and through sharing in his passion, we are becoming more compassionate, and we are helping God in his mission to save the world. God bless you all. Amen.